there, this is also with a new process video, and today I will make a 2-page spread together with a 12x6 pocketed insert in between them. And these photos that I'll be working with are from an outing that we did in beginning of June, I think. They had an open house at a farming school a bit up the coast from where we live, and I've heard about this school for many years since I was a teacher, and I had pupils that went on to this school after I had finished their 9th year at the compulsory part of school, and then you get to choose what you will specialize in. And I have always been a bit curious about this place, but I've never been there. And now I read on Facebook that they were having open a house for a Saturday. So we went there because I thought it would be fun for the kids. And while we drove to that school, we passed this bridge called HögaKustenbron. It's HögaKusten. It's an area north from where I live, where the significant trait of this piece of coast is that it's very it has very tall the shoreline is very high and very steep, so it's the high coast. And there it's a river, and to cross that river you need to pass over this bridge, and it's a bit Golden Gate Bridge inspired, I think, and it's absolutely beautiful, and the area here is also very beautiful. And we stopped both on our way to the school and on our way back from the school at this bridge, having lunch and coffee and cake. So we took lots of photos of the bridge and of the family with the bridge. And there was also a playground at this stop where we had our picnic, and the kids got to play there and just have fun, and they enjoyed themselves quite a lot. I'm working with coastal themed papers. That navy blue paper with the anchors will be almost like a curtain at the top of both pages. And then I had a photo page. It's really strange. It's a photo of a boat and sea and sky printed on a brick wall print. So it's a bit strange, and I didn't really know how to use that paper, so I decided to cut strips of the sea portion of the paper and place those as the bordering element at the bottom of my 2 pages. Then I wanted to bring in some kind of natural pattern as well, like organic material. So I found this whitewashed wood grain that I really love, and I decided to mat my photos onto that wood grain. So that will be my 3rd kind of pattern paper for this page. On the left side here I have placed together 3 photos from when we were having lunch, and we were sitting at one of those picnic tables facing this beautiful bridge. So the photos are of the family and the bridge at the same time. I just love them, and we had wonderful weather. I remember it was a bit cold, but as a photographer you can't really see that. You only care about the lighting, and it was perfect. The sky was blue and had fluffy white clouds, and the sun was shining, so really nice. And I got the when the sun hits the sea, that kind of sparkle in the water. It's really pretty. I'm using some of the leftovers from the branding strip of that anchor paper and a piece of that photo print to fill in the white gaps on the white photo mat. These two photos of my daughter sitting in front of the bridge, they were taken in different directions. So one is landscape and one is portrait, but I wanted to mat them as a whole together anyway, and then these pieces of pattern paper that I had left were perfect to fill in those white gaps that I got. I'm inking the edge of the wood grain paper with my brown ink, and you can see that I have also placed a piece of that paper below the left photo block so that it shows in both pages. I think that's important, and I think I went almost a bit overboard on the similarity of these two pages. They are almost like an entire sheet, but that's also a method of creating a double page spread. So once in a while I think you can go with this style as well. If you compare this page to the double page spread that I did last with my daughter's 8th birthday, this is almost two identical pages next to each other, and that project was very much more different from the left side was very much different from the right side. I used the same background papers, two sheets that I placed in totally different ways, and I used the same the embellishments and cards from the same collection, but other than that they were very different. And I think that it's interesting to do both these kinds of double page spreads. Some are almost like they are continuing exactly like a 24 by 12 project, and other are almost more like companion pages. They have photos from the same event and you just use the same collection and some similar elements. But that's that difference, I think, is really interesting to play with. I have cut out a title for this page, and I had some problem with how I was going to spell it, because this word HögaKustenbron, it is one word, but the high coast part of the word is often spelled with capital letters, both on the H and the K. And grammar-wise, I didn't really like this. But then I ended up looking on internet and how the officials tended to write this, and I came up with this solution, spelling it like one word, but still capitalizing these two first letters. Now I'm moving on to the 12 by 6 pages, and for this project I'm using an actual what's it called, page protector in that size. I have many 6 by 12 versions of page protectors, but this will be the actual one that has that fits a page that size. So no different pockets or so. So I'm trying to piece together some background sheets here in the papers that I've used before, and I had to go with some tape on the back side to make them whole. So one is entire 6 by 12 in the color of the title from last page, and the other is half a cardstock and half that wood grain. On the left page here I have adhered the photos of my kids playing in the, it was almost like a fountain, but it was just a plain slab of concrete, and then they were like fountain pieces just throwing water into the air from that from the ground, and they were changing, so you never knew which of those fountain heads that were going to erupt next. So my kids thought that was hilarious to try and just run through those and not getting overly wet. They ended up pretty wet anyway, but it was okay. On the right side, I'm going to write facts about the bridge. Just those hard facts like length and height and building year and those things. And I'm looking on my computer screen. It's right behind my work mat here. There comes my screen, so I'm just looking up and writing from the screen. The embellishments that I've glued on the left page there, they come from the Kaisercraft Sail Away collection, and I honestly think that the background paper is from that collection as well. I don't really remember, so don't quote me on that, but since I remember that lighthouse that you can see there, I almost think that the entire sheet is from Kaisercraft. And these collection pack, or the ephemera pack or die cut pack from the Sail Away collection, has die cuts with a couple of different styles, and for the left 12x6 page there, I chose those that are light blue in background color and has darker blue or navy blue pattern. And there are a couple of other versions, but to stick with one set of imagery or one set of style, I just divided all the embellishments into style, and then I picked the one that I thought was most fitting for this project. And I also have room for some embellishment on the right page, so I chose the adventure word and a rope banner and a little circle with a boat. Back to the main page, and yeah, there you can see how that will look in the album. I'm going back to the die cut pack and just trying to see if I can find embellishments for this page as well, but nothing much, just trying to stick with one kind, and the coastal theme is just perfect for these photos. I find some nice ones there, and they're not overly like colorful or super bold, so they fit really well on these with these scenery photos. You can't go with embellishments that are taking over the page, and these definitely don't do that. They just blend into the background, and I like that a lot. The color difference there, for example, between the boat and those strips of water paper, it might hurt my eyes, but that color difference is present all over these pages, so I guess I made it work anyway. Here are some close-ups of the 12x12 pages first, and then here comes the 6x12 pages, and I've already put them into the page protectors. I hope that you enjoyed this project of mine, and I hope to see you soon here in my channel again. Take care. This is Åsa. Bye.